Now, there are plenty of questions about what fall and winter sports will look like this year. And in today's Wellness Wednesday, we're helping you navigate the unknown. Joining me this morning is Dr. Derek Coons from St. Alphonsus. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. And we just kind of want to know right off the top, what are some of the biggest concerns going into the sports season this year?
Well, I think there are a number of concerns that we need to be cognizant of, and I believe the biggest one would be, these athletes are potentially going to be out being exposed to COVID-19, and for the most part, the young athletes are going to uh, contract the virus and have minimal symptoms, but this is a new virus that we don't have a lot of experience with, and so there are cases where younger individuals get really, really sick, and unfortunately, we don't know what the risk factors are for who, in terms of young athletes, might be affected more than others. I think the other big concern is that these athletes obviously are around family members who are more vulnerable, and if the young athlete is one of those lucky individuals who is asymptomatic or has minimal symptoms, that doesn't mean that they couldn't spread it to somebody else who would have more significant symptoms and maybe even die from this virus. So that's a big concern, and we need to be doing everything we can to minimize that exposure risk.
Right. And, certain sports like tennis or golf, they're not as, interactive with other people. But sports like football or even wrestling, I mean, you cannot avoid being, face to face with someone. So what are some precautions that, athletes and their parents should be taking with sports like that?
Well, I think there are some precautions that we can be taking. I think the first recommendation that I would give is that athletes and parents need to listen to health officials and the governing bodies, meaning that I feel like those individuals are really trying to make decisions with the best interests in mind in terms of the athletes and overall general population. And so if it's deemed to be too risky for sport participation, then athletes and parents need to really go by that, and that they shouldn't be finding other states or other communities where they can go and wrestle or do other sports. If it's not safe to do here in Ada County, then it's probably not safe for them to go to other places and do that. If the governing bodies and health officials say that it's okay to participate in these types of sports, and CDC guidelines and other recommendations are being upheld, then I feel like parents and athletes should have confidence in that. But in terms of decreasing risk for sport participation, we need to limit the contact when possible. Obviously, in practice, we can focus on individual drills and skill development where there's not as much physical contact. Obviously, when the matches are completed or games played, there's just no way of avoiding that. But certainly, in terms of practice and other skill development sessions, we can limit how much close contact there may be.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for that information. We'll have more information and links to where you can find this if you are a parent or a student athlete on our website, Idaho News 6. Dr. Coons, again, thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you.